Avengers Assemble, because I am ELT. Okay, that's enough MCU references. What's going on, everybody? Today we are reacting to Marvel's Avengers War Table. We're finally getting some updates on this game. We haven't really heard anything from Square Enix in quite a long time regarding this game. The title is June, Marvel's War Table, so I'm assuming they're going to be doing more leading up to the release this September, unless it gets delayed, who knows. This was a live stream. I wasn't able to watch it live. I was busy, I had to go out, had to take care of some business, but it's archived on YouTube, and that's what we're going to be reacting to. It's 25 minutes long, so not expecting too much out of here. Maybe a trailer, maybe a little bit of gameplay, and some news on the game. Of course, I played this game at New York Comic-Con 2019 last year. Gave my thoughts on it. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it. I thought the gameplay seemed okay. It was just a little sluggish. Hopefully we see more. Hopefully they improved it. Hopefully it doesn't seem as sluggish as it did when I played it. So without any further delay, let's check out the Avengers War Table play. Rated T for teen. Marvel. Marvel.
When I was young, I found an orphan.
Captain America statue. I'm immediately offended. I'm so offended. How dare they have a statue in the game? Tear it down.
Boundaries. I could harness my power.
Who's talking? Who is this?
A few months later, while hunting, the adolescent cub turned on me. We're fixing the damage the Avengers did all those years ago. Inhumans are sick. Unlimited power, that's dangerous. It's lethal. You are lucky to be alive.
So I got a bunch of Inhumans in the game.
Come on, Kamala. Let AIM help you.
Ugh.
I'll take my chances.
Look at his head. That MODOK?
What if the Avengers were set up? I think you should see for yourself.
Bearded Banner.
Could Mr. Stark help us with this?
Hi, I'm sorry, who are you?
Kamala?
This better be good.
Kamala Khan. Meet Nolan North.
You tried to jack the Chimera.
Son of a... You all completely
I still can't hear Tony Stark out of him.
Where were you while the world
I don't hear
went
it.
to hell?
This is our fault. All of ours. You really think the world is better without us? Yes. See, it's always been
All I hear is Nathan Drake.
who you are, what you are. I'm warning you.
This is exactly what Tarleton wants.
Oh boy. Ooh. That was nice.
Against the unstoppable tide.
Oh, Iron Man versus Hulk action.
Avengers.
Abomination.
It has to be destroyed. I will rid the earth of superpowers.
Not too bad, graphically.
End with me.
Yeah, that's MODOK.
It's just got a whole lot weirder.
Not too bad graphically. Looks like they improved it. That's a plus. Good start.
What's up, Marvel fans? My name's Casey
What's
Lynch,
up?
and I'm editorial director at Crystal Dynamics.
Okay.
Marvel's Avengers War Table is your direct source for all things Marvel's Avengers. We've got a
Okay.
great show lined up with new
Do you?
trailers, new details on one of our main villains, MODOK, and advanced idea
MODOK, okay.
mechanics. And we'll take a first look at co-op and war zones.
Co-op in war
If
zones.
you've
There
ever
we go.
thought, what is this game?
Something we've all been
How does it
wondering. What is
work?
it? Thank you.
Then
Exactly.
This is the show for you.
Thank
Let's
you.
get into it, starting with the story trailer. In
Let's
the
get into it.
aftermath of A-Day, everything changed.
You so-called heroes transformed San Francisco into an infectious, gas-filled quarantine zone. You unleashed disease, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers pose a danger to society? Yes.
I can promise you this.
Hmm.
I will use this second chance to make you safe. AIM will
Complete
find
robotic
cure
takeover.
for the inhuman disease.
Why does it always have to be robots in games?
Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, George Tarleton dreamt of a world made better through science. But even as AIM promises a cure to end the inhuman infection, and the revolutionary Adaptoid Project offers a world protected by science, Tarleton, a victim of 8A himself, uses AIM's technological might and the public's fear of Inhumans to convince the world that the superpowered are uncontrollable and
Johnny
cannot be
Storm.
trusted. His deranged obsession drives him to become
Fantastic Four
MODOK,
confirmed.
a mental organism designed only for killing. When choosing a villain, we
MODOK.
really needed someone who had the muscle and mental capacity.
So MODOK
to
is the
become
main
an
villain in this
Avengers
game,
level
huh?
threat. We also want
That's
a
interesting.
new face for modern Avengers fans. Big face.
That's actually really interesting that they chose MODOK as the main villain of the game. As someone who he really hasn't gotten much spotlight, not in any movies or anything, and hasn't really been in any video games in quite a while, so it's really interesting that they chose him. Hopefully he is like the main villain of the game and they don't do a bait and switch and next thing you know they pull out Thanos or something just to connect with the MCU and MCU fans. So MODOK, okay, I'll give you a thumbs up for that.
But comic fans know MODOK is anything but new. His origin in Marvel lore dates back more than 50 years to October of 1967 in Tales of Suspense. Now, with AIM's drive to manipulate public fear and his ability to control machines with his mind, Tarleton and AIM are the most sophisticated threat the Avengers have ever faced. But a teenage fangirl named Kamala Khan doesn't trust AIM. In fact, she's convinced that AIM is experimenting on her fellow Inhumans under the guise of finding a cure. And she believes George Tarleton was behind the plot to discredit the Avengers. And she has proof. As you pick up the trail of the longest banded Avengers, you'll advance the story of the single-player campaign, unlocking more and more hero-specific missions. We know you've been asking for new gameplay that's not from A-Day. We hear you. So
yes, please, no more A-Day. I get it.
Hero mission called Once an Avenger.
Once an Avenger. All right. This gameplay footage was captured directly from a what? Hold on. Whoa. Time out. From a pre-release game build. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Pre-release game build. So, not a beta, not an alpha. Pre-release game build is what they're just calling it.
Live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city.
Does the news reporter's microphone say Daily Bugle? I think it's a Daily Bugle.
Is it any coincidence that this attack comes on the very day that AIM is supposed to unveil their promising new...
Yeah, it says Daily Bugle Light, I think. Or Live. Daily Bugle Live, I think, yeah. Daily Bugle Live. Okay, so the Daily Bugle is confirmed for this game. Maybe we'll see Spider-Man at some point. Who knows? Even if it's just a cameo. You got Thor. Thor in civilian clothes. Nice. Mighty Thor!
You should know, I'm not in the best of moods!
Alright, show me some gameplay.
Wait, is that Thor?
Here we go, got some gameplay.
Thor, where the hell did you come from? I was serving the commoners when it started raining bolts of metal from the skies.
It's unbelievably good to see you.
Okay, not so bad. Not too bad. Okay, got some flight. That looks a little wonky. The flight controls. Most of the time, flight controls are always wonky until you get the hang of it.
Never, when mortals are at peril.
Okay, so it looks very similar to what I played at Comic-Con. Maybe a little bit smoother, though. Looks a little bit more smoother. Tiny bit.
What are these things? They're drilling into the deck.
Something Carlton cooked up to crash the Chimera. Fun, aren't they?
Nice. I like the lightning effects all over him, his eyes and everything. Hulk.
Oh, hello.
Hulk. Probably the most fun to play as during that Comic-Con demo.
Like old times.
Aim dropships inbound.
I see them.
Focus on those mechs.
See, the flight, you notice how when he's flying with his hammer, he just kind of nosedives into the ground. Doesn't look smooth.
Hulk, you got this?
Looks improved, but not perfect just yet. It kind of looks hard to control, like the PS2 Superman game, Superman Returns. Doesn't really look like you have complete control. He just kind of goes wherever.
Chimera's still losing altitude.
Yeah, you can just tell he just.
With wind.
It looks hard to control. That could be a problem. Nice tag team action there.
You killed Captain America, Thor. Who else will fall before your hammer?
Silence!
See, I don't like how he's landing. He's just nosediving. And he's on the ground and he's still in that same animation. That's what leads me to believe the flight controls are going to be a challenge. But I at least give them credit for trying. It's really hard to have a game where you get to play as a god like Thor and have good flight controls and everything. That's why a Superman game, as much as we would love one, that's going to be a real challenge for whatever developer would ever make a Superman game.
We're the terrorists in this AIM experience story.
Not on my watch. The Chimera can't go down. Not again.
I wonder, during this section, are we just completely locked to Thor only, or can we change on the fly? It would be cool if you can change on the fly, similar to GTA 5. That would be cool, just at the press of a button, just switch over to Hulk or Iron Man.
System just came back online. It's working.
Can you enable lockdown?
Already
But it
working on
appears as if we're just locked onto Thor in this mission. Another bot.
I can handle the load.
So many robots.
You don't have to. That's the whole point.
Guys, the Chimera can't take much more of this.
They did a lot of damage down in the engine room.
Carlton, do not do this!
You've given me no choice.
Just a lot of... I can see just a lot of people just mashing square to attack. That's really it. Mash square, mash square, mash square.
Gonna steal my haircut next? The damage has already been done, Avengers.
Open the pipe lock!
What was that?
Kamala, Tony, we're trying to restart the engines, but there's not enough power. We're out of time.
Not too bad graphically.
Brace for impact.
Not perfect, but
God of Thunder! Stay behind me. Now, bring it! Keep going, it's working!
not bad. Not too bad. It's something different than A-Day, so I'm in. I'm in for that. Thank you for something else that's not
A
A-Day.
Example of a hero mission, a single-player campaign experience focusing on a specific playable character.
Specific playable character, hero missions. That was probably a Thor hero mission.
Showcase the variety and depth of our hero designs. Let's take a quick look at how Thor plays. With the game's combat systems, players can string together combos of heavy and light attacks, or hold for signature attacks. Combat versatility is one of Thor's strengths, from making use of Mjolnir to pin enemies from a distance, or bringing the sky down on his foes.
That frame rate.
In addition to core combat moves, the God of Thunder has
Hopefully
a
they
wide
can fix that
variety
before
of
release.
skills to unlock that give him access
That looked a little
to
clunky
classic
there.
moves. This is one of our favorites, manual targeting. We largely drew our influence from writer Jason Aaron's run on the Mighty Thor comic. Manual targeting allows you to quickly mark your enemies for bullseyes with Mjolnir, and one by one, you can mark them and knock them down as Mjolnir comes back to you.
That's cool.
Follow that up with a powerful ground pound, and you've got a mighty combo.
That's
Manual
cool.
Targeting is a great ranged attack.
That is good.
Cyclone. Heroes have 3 special heroic moves: Assault, Ultimate, and Support. When designing our heroics, we started with the signature moves from the comics and movies that we've always wanted to play. The Assault heroic charges the fastest, and in some cases, you can store multiple charges to use strategically as a part of your combos. You can perform these after charging your heroic meters with normal attacks.
Now you
For
see,
instance, Natasha's
I'm gonna rewind real quick. I just didn't like how. Let's see. That heroic attack from Kamala.
Designing our heroics, we started with the signature moves from the comics and movies that we've always
I don't like how her arms just going through the robots instead of like knocking them down. They're just kind of phasing right through them.
wanted to play.
See how it just goes right through that robot's body? That looks kind of cheap to me.
In some cases, you can store multiple charges to use strategically as a part of your combos. You can perform these after charging your heroic meters with normal attacks. For instance, Natasha's Assault heroic is Widow's Bite, which is an electroshock projectile move.
Hopefully this game has a lot of destructible environments.
Right here.
That would be cool.
Each hero also has a unique support heroic that's designed to enhance co-op and team play. For example, Thor's support, Warrior's Fury, lets him channel the power of the gods to supercharge his Odin force and grants a period of invulnerability for nearby team members. You can see this in action when Iron Man gets the buff as he flies through Thor's support.
Okay, that's cool.
Take longer to charge, but they're definitely worth the wait. They have more screen clearing power, and some even have residual effects, like Thor's Bifrost Ultimate. Thor's Ultimate heroic channels the power of the 9 realms, and his Bifrost taps into Muspelheim to bypass unbreakable shields, allowing Thor to use the power of the Bifrost Bridge to do maximum damage.
Okay.
We know everyone plays differently, so we have melee, ranged, aerial, and ground combat skills to tailor your hero to your playstyle. As your heroes earn experience, they gain access to new skills.
I'm gonna pause it right here. I want to just see. So they got skills, primary, specialty, mastery, objectives, skills, gear, cosmetics, collections, and social. The gear and cosmetics section, that sounds microtransaction very friendly. Very microtransaction friendly, but we'll see.
Skill points allow you to unlock new moves, combos, and even new versions of attacks. As you build up your heroes, you begin to see how unlocking and mastering the separate core skills offers a ton of depth and variety on its own for every hero. And that's before gear, perks, artifacts, and any kind of later game progression.
I wonder
So
if
why is
skill
all this
points...
important? Because it means
We saw this menu before, especially at the end of the demo in Comic-Con. But I wonder if skill points are tied to specific characters. It's like, if I play as Iron Man a lot, and I gain a bunch of skill points, can I only use that for Iron Man, or can I use that for other characters as well to make them more powerful if I don't like to play as them? That could be something I want answered.
your Thor
A question
will
I
play
want answered.
differently than my Thor, and my Hulk will play different than yours. Another way to customize your heroes is with gear. We've previously talked about the
There's the
different
gear.
rarities and how perks will give you powerful modifiers for even more customization. Some perks apply special damage like plasma or gamma, or cause status effects like shrink.
What's all that stuff
which
down there in
will
the corner, I
shrink
wonder?
enemies and reduce damage and
Looks like
defense.
crystals or something.
You can see Iron Man using gamma gear in this shot, and eagle-eyed fans probably noticed his laser sweep was green instead of red. Nope, that wasn't a bug. When you have gamma gear equipped, it grants a bonus damage modifier and changes the emissive color of your attack. And voila, green lasers. We know that
Okay.
if you look good, you'll play good. The Crystal team has really enjoyed creating all new outfits for these heroes. and
That's a lot of
drawing from
outfits over there. How many were there? Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's
The
see.
Crystal team has really enjoyed creating.
Alright, so this is for Widow. We have locked and unlocked. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pictures are showing up. 12 if you count this blank one over here. And then an additional 6 that are locked on the bottom. Now, how many of those are free to unlock in the game, and how many of these are paid? That's a question we want answered too.
Creating all new outfits for these heroes, and drawing from Marvel's 80-year history to bring so many classic outfits to the game. Each hero has dozens of outfits drawn from some of the most recognizable eras and story
Ah,
arcs.
yes, I like that one.
You can earn them over the course of the story campaign by completing missions and deciphering
Hulk with a
patterns.
nice little Chad suit on.
There's
a little
Iron
bit of
Man
Mafia
suit from the
Hulk.
2014 Original Sin storyline. Or Donald Blake, which is a nod to an alias of Thor's who first appeared in 1962's Journey into Mystery, issue 83. Or Tony's Stark Tech outfit that was inspired by the Bleeding Edge armor that first appeared in Invincible Iron Man number 25 in 2010. While there are a ton of outfits you'll earn just by playing, some will require completing iconic mission chains to earn each hero's iconic outfit. And some outfits will only be available in our online marketplace. You could even customize your
Online
attitude
marketplace.
and let out
There
your
we go.
inner Hulk with the right emote. I don't think that's canon. Those are just some of the ways you'll be able to build and spec out your heroes. Okay, I think it's
What kind of
time for
emotes
another
are there?
trailer. This one gives us a first look at how all that customization
Could I do the
is
floss as
especially
Captain
fun
America?
when you play together. This is co-op and war zones.
Co-op and war zones. Okay, this is important. Let's see what co-op is about.
AIM is firing on the Air Force!
These adaptoids of his, they harvest their powers through the torture of these Inhumans.
Georgie Boy is gearing up for war. Programmable power under our control. No more heroes.
The entire world is in terrible danger. Time is here.
I could pull some strings to spruce up the armor.
Play
Get
your
ourselves some
way.
new toys to play with. Dangerous ones.
Bunch of gear and cosmetics.
I'm here. Who needs their ass kicked?
Very air freaks of dark magic.
We gotta get this bird in the air before AIM comes looking for us.
Rebuild the helicarrier. Cool.
Jarvis is unencrypting the schematics and we'll get our tech heads on new gear ASAP.
It'd be cool if you could customize your own helicarrier.
Look at all this. Which nation state is AIM planning to go to war with? Heroes are people, and people can be corrupted. Just one more thing to regret on my deathbed.
Times like this, when all seems hopeless, that's when we've got to stand strong.
That's supposed to be Nick Fury. Bro. Was that supposed to be Nick Fury?
You want to see powers? Here we go.
Time for heroes is over.
You don't get to decide who lives or dies.
Avengers assemble. Hulkbuster.
So far, we've talked about the story, hero missions, and customization. Now, let's talk about war zones.
What is war zones?
War zones are missions which you can play with up to a total of 4 players or solo with an AI companion team made up of your unlocked and leveled heroes. Whether
Okay.
playing hero missions or war zones, you always make forward progress with your heroes. On your helicarrier, you'll use the war table to launch missions with a variety of objectives and challenges. As you saw in the co-op trailer, each mission is grounded in story. So whether you're in the campaign or war zones, you're always working together to stop AIM and rebuild the resistance. You get missions from Jarvis, Maria Hill, Hank Pym, and more characters from Marvel history.
Maria Hill confirmed.
Once you pick your mission, you'll board the Quinjet, where you can matchmake, switch heroes, choose your loadout, and of course, pick the right look and attitude for the job. As you start playing missions
Honestly, this doesn't
across
look
the
too
globe,
bad to me.
You'll realize AIM has entrenched themselves in cities and remote
I'm still on a
locations
wait and
alike,
see.
all in the name of research.
It doesn't look
War
too
zones
bad.
range from
It looks
wide-open
like it could be
spaces
a good
designed
time.
for exploration and team traversal to dense interiors with a variety of objective-based challenges, boss fights, and rewards. Here's a mission we saw in the co-op trailer called To Tame a Titan, where we can see some team play. There's this cool shot of Iron Man, but you may have missed Kamala and Hulk performing a team finisher on that poor guy back there. When you max out some larger enemies' stun meter, 2 heroes can come together to perform a team finisher, which gives you a chance
That's
to take
nice.
them down much faster. Teamwork makes the
Very
dream work.
reminiscent of Ultimate
Living
Alliance.
the hero life is all about growth, getting
Tag team
stronger, better
finishers.
equipped to play smarter, and there are plenty of upgrades to help you do just that. As you progress through the campaign, you'll also be rebuilding and upgrading the Chimera, your helicarrier, which is your own flying base. The Resistance is a group who have banded together in the 5 years since A-Day. Some are inhuman and have powers. Some are former S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who refuse to pledge allegiance to AIM, and some just want to help.
What is this place?
You call it the Anthill. Not my idea.
Ah,
You'll
Pym.
join their cause in the field by working directly with factions like the Inhuman Alliance and S.H.I.E.L.D. agents Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury, and more. Earning
Okay,
faction
timeout.
reputation will give you
Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
S.H.I.E.L.D. agents Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury.
Okay. Dugan. Not too bad. Maria Hill. Okay. Passable. Fury? You did Nick Fury a little dirty there, Square Enix. He looks so generic. Generic guy with a fade and an eye patch. He looks generic. I mean, you're trying to differentiate yourself from the MCU, so you don't want him to look like Samuel L. Jackson or anything, but he just looks so generic. Just saying. Generic guy with an eye patch.
and more. Earning faction reputation will give you access to new challenges,
Hey, Avengers. Hill has something she needs your help with.
new vendors, and more powerful items.
Vendors
There will
and
always
things.
be new
Oh,
threats on the
this
horizon,
is very,
so you want
very
to ensure your Avengers are
reminiscent
ready for
of
anything.
games like Destiny.
We've talked about a lot today, but that's kind of the point. This is a really big, ambitious game. Marvel's Avengers isn't just a global, high-stakes race to rebuild the Avengers, to save the Inhumans, and uncover the truth about AIM's plans. That's just the beginning. This is a brand new original Avengers single-player story that you can enjoy on your own, made the Crystal Dynamics way.
That may be the game's saving factor right there, what he just said.
That will grow as we add new heroes, new regions, and new story, all at no additional cost.
That's good, no additional cost.
Thank you for following us and believing in us.
So let's repeat that real
big
quickly.
Shout out to our community. Thank you for caring. Ambitious game.
What does he say exactly?
Marvel's Avengers isn't just a global, high-stakes race to rebuild the Avengers, to save the Inhumans, and uncover the truth about AIM's plans. That's just the beginning. This is a brand new original Avengers single-player story that you can enjoy on your own, made the Crystal Dynamics way. But it's also an experience you can play with your friends that will grow as we add new heroes, new regions, and new story, all at no additional cost.
New heroes, new regions, and new story, no additional cost. That's a plus. That's a big plus.
Thank you for following us and believing in us. I want to give a big shout out to our community. Thank you for caring and telling us what you think. We're listening, and as fans ourselves, we're all working every day to make Marvel's Avengers worthy of your support. Please stick around after the show to ask questions and chat. On behalf of the whole Marvel's Avengers team, thank you for tuning in to the first Marvel's Avengers War Table.
Not too bad.
In the coming months, we'll talk about our first post-launch hero, our upcoming beta, and of course, our launch, when Marvel's Avengers arrives September 4th.
Still set for September 4th, so hasn't been delayed.
And I'll see you next time.
Okay, not too bad. Not too bad, I will say. Gameplay. It looks a little bit, just a little bit smoother than what I played at New York Comic Con last year. That's good. Frame rate still looks a little choppy. Now, at the beginning, they said this is pre-release gameplay footage, so they still have time. This game does not come out for another, what? It's June 24th. Game comes out September, so they still have July. They still have August. So, a month and a half, let's just say, they have before they have to do final polish and the game goes gold, if I could talk today. So they still have about a month and a half to polish stuff up. But it does look a little bit more improved than what I saw. Flight controls with Thor still look a little bit too clunky, and I'm pretty sure it's the same when it comes to Iron Man. Like I said before, it's really hard to have a game where you play as a godlike creature like Thor and have smooth controls and feel like you're completely in control. Flight mechanics in games are really, really hard to master. There are very few games that have good flight controls. But the game looks playable. That's a good thing. It doesn't look too broken. It doesn't feel like a current game. It just kind of feels like this game is a few years ago. Like this game should have came out around 2014, 2015-ish. Feels just a little bit dated, just a little. But the game's saving factor is what he said at the end. This is a single-player Avengers game. You could play the entire story by yourself, single player. That's a plus. If this was online only, and you always had to be connected online, and you always had to have some kind of a co-op thing going, I don't want that. Alright, sometimes you just want to play by yourself at your own pace, and the fact that this game has that is a major plus. And playing online with your friends is just an added bonus, as things should be. Most games should be. They should always have a single-player experience, but if you want to play online or with friends, there's always that option. So I like that they included that. new heroes, new locations, new story missions, all coming free at no charge. That's a major plus. However, the downside is going to be the microtransactions for cosmetics and gear, and I don't know if they said anything about that when it comes to upgrading your hero. I don't know if there's going to be certain moves that are going to be locked behind a paywall. That would suck. But when it comes to cosmetics, only if it's just cosmetics and gear that's locked behind a paywall, it sucks, but it's not too bad. As long as there's not major things locked behind a paywall, and definitely no loot boxes, alright? If I want a piece of gear, I should be able to just buy that piece of gear, not buy a loot box and hope that that piece of gear is in that loot box. That's an absolutely terrible gaming practice. Nobody should buy any game that has that in it. They should definitely boycott any game that has loot boxes. Just look at what happened with Star Wars Battlefront 2. Completely terrible. This doesn't look like it's heading down that path, which is good. So hopefully, because I don't want this game to suck. I really don't. An Avengers game, I'm a huge fan of the Avengers. I want this game to succeed, and I really hope that it does succeed. So, the War Table, I give them a thumbs up for that. Finally giving them some new information instead of just being quiet. And I am looking forward, come September 4th, to playing this game. Hopefully we get the beta soon. Maybe we'll get the beta next month or in August or something. Then we could play it for ourselves and get a feel of the gameplay, and if this is a game that you want to purchase for $60 or buy the deluxe, gold editions, collector's editions, and however many editions there are. But I give this War Table a thumbs up. Looks cool. Could use a couple of improvements here and there. Like I said, the gameplay still looks a little bit clunky. Frame rate still looks a little iffy. Maybe it runs better on next gen. This may be a game that you may want to wait until PS5 and Xbox Series X launch this holiday. You may want to wait until then. Can't say I blame you if you do. However, they did announce a couple days ago that if you buy this game on PS4, you get the PS5 edition, no extra charge, absolutely free, the PlayStation 5 edition of this game if you buy it on PS4. So there's that if you do want to get this game on September, which I'm getting, so I get to upgrade to the PS5 version later down the line. Whenever I do get my hands on a PS5, that's awesome. That's good to know. Other than that, though, that's really all I gotta say. I'm still looking forward to it. Graphically, it looks improved than what we saw over a year ago. Gameplay looks a little bit smoother. Can use some work, though. Same goes for the frame rate. That's just about all I have to say. Until next time, this is your friendly neighborhood ELT, signing out.